Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Auntie AWB. I've been at a loss for words for lately, or if I, okay, sorry. I've been at a loss for words lately if I should cut off my two family members for good. Me, female 38, have been on my spiritual journey ever since my dear Queen Mother's passing 9 years ago. Both my cousins, Charmaine 57 and Tiara 37, have been very cruel to me since my mother's passing. Charmaine has used me for money as yet to pay back. Whenever I talk to her, she downs me and makes me feel stupid or calls me slow in a joking way, but I know better. Over the holiday, Charmaine has called several times. I won't answer for anyone. Her daughter, Tiara, has just gone off the deep end and started dealing with her drug addiction and is taking a toll on me and my heart. I will no longer stand by and watch her hurt herself. I've been tending to my small altar where my mother's picture is and going into meditation and prayer and seeking guidance for answers. And clear as a bell, I heard my mother's voice say, "It's time to leave them alone, baby." I've done my protection work, cleaned my home, and found my peace of mind. I am starting to feel bad about cutting them off, but I know it's for the best. Auntie, am I the asshole for cutting them off? Sincerely, unsure soul. Unsure, baby. Okay, so let me go ahead and just do me, because that's the reason why y'all send me these Am I the Asshole stories. Charmaine sounds like an old, bitter ass bitch, and I'm finna keep it 100 pennies with you. She's bitter, she's old, she's damaged, and she poured that energy into her daughter who's just as bitter, old, and damaged as her. She's not actually old, she's only 37. Actually, 57 isn't old, but it's too damn old to be acting like this. The fact that she will borrow money from you and not pay back really, really irritates my life, because this is the reason why I never loan money out to anybody. The second she asked me for money, I would have been like, go to your daughter, don't come to me. I'm never nobody you can borrow money from. Because people never return money with the same energy that they borrow it with. They're all nice and sweet and making all the promises in the world. But when it comes time to pay back, now all of a sudden your money is funky and F you and your money. You know what I mean? So being that your auntie or your cousin Charmaine with her old ass is really toxic and she's rude and she calls you slow, but your money wasn't slow though. You see what I mean? She likes to call you stupid, but your money wasn't stupid. You feel me? Exactly. In a joking way. Okay, yeah, people from her generation, from that age range, are very, very interesting. I'll put it that way. A lot of people allow their shadow self to rule their life. And they love to make other people just as miserable as they are. Because mental health, mental awareness, self-esteem, especially for women, didn't kind of really exist. Or self-esteem awareness, rather, didn't really exist. And women were very, very toxic because their mothers were toxic. And it looks like that Charmaine's mama is a mama who is toxic, who poured that nasty shit into her daughter. And her daughter decides to use crack, substance, coke, whatever her drug of choice may be, in order to cope with her shitty ass mama. So I don't blame you for removing yourself and removing that energy from your proximity. Now, you said everything you needed to know in this next part where you said that you've been tending to your altar with your mama's picture on it. You're meditating and you're autolating your mama. And you heard your mama tell you in an audible voice, it's time to leave them alone. Remember, I told you guys that spirit will speak to you any kind of way spirit sees fit to speak to you, whether it be through a dream, a smell, an audible voice. And that's exactly what was heard today. You said you've done your protection work, you've cleaned your home, and you found a peace of mind. Now, I need you to understand something. The reason why you're feeling bad for cutting people off, and I believe, and you correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, or you can send an email to be more discreet if you don't want your business out there, is because of leftover residue from Christianity. We were taught by the colonizer when they beat Christianity into our backs and Catholicism into our backs and beat our traditional spiritual system out of us, that we have to forgive our enemies and forgive people who do us wrong. And I completely disagree with that. I think that forgiveness is a personal choice and it is not a requirement. That's just my opinion. A lot of people may disagree with me, and that's fine. But the only person that'll tell you to forgive your enemy is your enemy. That's how I feel. Because when they were telling us to forgive, like they were trying to tell us to forgive so that we can go to heaven, but they wasn't thinking about heaven when they was raping, beating, stealing, murdering us. The last thing they was thinking about was heaven. So that's why you're starting to feel bad. You should never feel bad for self-preservation. And when I say self-preservation, let me clarify. The number one rule in any species, whether it be a microorganism or a human being or dog, a cat, whatever, any species on earth, is self-preservation. That's the first law of nature in any species. That means that you're going to do whatever it takes to preserve and keep yourself. Whether it be when babies start feeling hungry, the first thing they do is make a fuss to alert somebody. They cry so that we can come and feed them. You understand what I mean? You preserving yourself. If I walked up to you and I did this, the first thing some people might do is this, or they might do this back in reflex because you're preserving yourself. It's called protection. You're protecting yourself. So when it comes to social interactions with other people and people whose energy you know is not serving you, it is a low vibrational energy, Charmaine. It is a toxic ass, low vibrational ass energy, Tiara. That means that you need to preserve yourself by removing those people away from your proximity. And you are 100% not wrong for that. You're not cutting them off. You're preserving yourself. I consider that protection work. Go ahead and continue to let them in your life and around you so they can continue to erode your self-esteem. They bring no benefit from your life. This bitch borrowed money and wouldn't even pay you back. And the other one is a coke head, crack, meth, whatever the case may be. No, you shouldn't sit up and watch somebody self-sabotage themselves. No, you are not wrong. You're 100% not wrong. And I expect this of you if you are following me. I always teach. I don't give a damn who you are, what relationship the person have. If they are toxic and I have to cut them off, they handed me the scissors to do so. Because I don't just go around cutting random people off. You know, I mean, I can fuck with you or not fuck with you or whatever. But the second I have to do this is because you handed me the scissors to do so. And it looks like to me that your cousin Charmaine and Tiara, with their toxic asses being cruel since your mom passed, they basically handed you these. You feel me? I need you to continue to still listen to your mother. When you go to your altar and you cry out to her and you continue to build that relationship up, I need you to continue to listen to her. If she is speaking at you audibly and she's warning you to cut them off so that you can be safer and so that your energy can be more focused and so that you cannot have that negativity around you, obey her. Listen to your mother, honey, okay? I hope this helped. I am the African Witch Bitch Hoodoo Practitioner. Thank you very much. And if you have an Am I the Asshole story, email is in the description box below. Ashe.